La bienvenida en el día de hoy a Rosemary Morris-Castico. Ella es embajadora de Australia en España. Señora Rosemary, welcome. Bienvenida a este Observatorio de Energía.
Muchas gracias. Thank you for this invitation to be here today and speak to such a distinguished audience. I want to give credit to the organisers of this symposium for bringing together the right people at the right time to discuss our energy future. There is no doubt that we are at a moment of rapid change in the global environment in which like-minded partners need to work closely together. The decisions we make on energy policy in the coming years will directly impact our future prosperity and our quality of life. So it's a pleasure to address you today on Australia's energy policies and priorities, and on the growing partnership between Australia and Spain, particularly when it comes to renewable energy. Australia has abundant resources, a growing population, strong energy demand, and robust government support, and these all make it one of the most attractive destinations for renewable energy investment globally. And this is backed by our climate ambitions. Australia has committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 62 to 70% below 2005 levels by 2035, and this is part of our our path to net zero by 2050. And we are backing this transition with major investments. I want to talk to you about our Future Made in Australia initiative, or FEMA as we call it. This is a big investment fund of 22.7 billion Australian dollars over 10 years, designed to drive economic growth and domestic job creation through our transition to net zero. It's a framework to support private investment in clean energy industries, critical minerals processing, and advanced manufacturing, and we see it as a major investment in our economic resilience as geopolitics and decarbonisation drive rapid global change. FEMA provides a framework to build up industries where Australia has a comparative advantage, and it can contribute to global decarbonisation and supply chain resistance. With regards to green hydrogen, the Australian government remains steadfast in its commitment and has budgeted nearly 8 billion Australian dollars over 10 years through the hydrogen production tax incentive to support large-scale projects. Our green hydrogen industry can play a vital role in the energy transition and industrial decarbonisation through the export of energy-embodied products like ammonia and green iron. I'm aware that Spain also has ambitious green hydrogen plans to become a major provider in Europe, and we should look for opportunities to work together in developing this industry. Green metals is another area of priority for FEMA, and we think Australia can make a significant contribution to decarbonising the global steel sector through producing green iron for export to our steel producing partners. And this includes a $1 billion Australian dollars Green Iron Investment Fund, which is aimed at promoting green iron manufacturing. And we have an additional $1.5 billion fund that will accelerate new and innovative technologies that are linked to green metals. While renewables and renewables-based products must be a vital part of our energy, present and future, we also recognise that gas has a key role to play in the energy transition of our region, and we will remain a reliable supplier of energy, including gas, to support trading partners with their energy security and their net zero transitions. International trade and investment policy are key elements of Australia's climate policy, and this is because trade and investment are critical drivers of climate change mitigation. And given the scale needed for our energy transformation, Australia is working very closely with international partners to build new clean energy industries. Spain is one of our partners of choice. Spanish companies, some of whom are in the audience today, are playing a pivotal role in Australia's energy transition, already helping to build some of our largest projects. Acciona, for example, is developing a 2-gigawatt McIntyre wind precinct, which includes one of the largest onshore wind farms in the world, doubling the wind energy in the state of Queensland. Iberdrola, another Spanish leader, is helping to build the 1-gigawatt Mount James wind farm and the Broadsound solar farm and battery in Queensland that includes a major battery energy storage system. And ACS's Australian subsidiaries have been selected to deliver the western section of the Hume Link, a high-voltage electricity transmission project which will significantly increase the capacity of the electricity network in Australia's eastern states. Energy cooperation between our countries works both ways, and I'm very pleased to say that Australian investment is also flowing into Spain's energy sector. A major example is Australia's Macquarie Asset Management, one of the world's biggest infrastructure asset managers that has invested heavily in Spain's solar PV assets and electricity distribution networks. An Australian fund, IFM Investors, holds many substantial investments in Spain, including a major stake in Naturgy, one of Spain's leading energy companies. The net zero transition is a generational opportunity to develop new industries and sources of growth in our economy. And Australia is pursuing a stronger energy partnership not only with Spain, but also with the European Union as a whole. We want to attract European investment and technology into Australian clean energy projects, including green iron, hydrogen value chains, and supply. We see that Australia and the EU have a lot to offer each other when it comes to energy, and we are strongly aligned on climate action and the need to accelerate the green transition. Negotiations for a potential Australia-EU free trade agreement have resumed, and if they're successful, this could lead to increased trade and investment in renewable energy goods and services between the EU and Australia. Together, our countries are building a cleaner, more sustainable energy future, and it's my hope that we can deepen that cooperation and continue to strengthen this partnership and lead the global energy transition. Thank you.
Bueno, pues llegamos al final de este Observatorio de la Energía. Muchísimas gracias a todos los que nos han acompañado durante estos 3 días. Gracias también a nuestros suscriptores, a los lectores del Español, y les esperamos el año que viene. Hasta la próxima.